Hello friends, and merry belated Christmas and happy holidays to all of you from my crazy family to yours. We had Miss Lucy, Miss Smokey, Todd, Bandit, and way back yonder is Bronson. And for some reason, I don't have any video clips of Chip, but I promise he was there. So I started getting ready because we were gonna rush over to my dad's house to do Christmas morning really quickly before I was gonna have to start a 3-day trip. So today we are gonna end up working over to London, but what's really special about doing London on Christmas Day is that by the time we land, the day after Christmas over there is actually considered a holiday as well. So over there is considered Boxing Day, which I'll explain a little bit more of what Boxing Day is here in a minute. But first things first, we have to work a 9.5-hour flight over to London. So by the time that we got there, it was still nice and early in the morning. So this is my cute little hotel room. And as you can see here, the sun was still barely starting to rise. I think we actually got in at like 6 a.m. and got to the hotel by like 7:30 or so. So once I got in, I started getting all situated, putting my stuff away, getting everything nice and unpacked for what is going to be a very fun, exciting day. Good morning, you guys. So I am super exhausted right now. It is 7:47 in the morning, and I am going to go against my better judgment and skip sleeping for now and go over to Primark on Oxford Street. It says it opens at 8 o'clock, and today is Boxing Day. So in London, it is the day after Christmas. So from my understanding, Boxing Day is kind of like the day of like Christmas for like the help, because the help would be serving like the rich on Christmas Day. In like the past, I've heard from other flight attendants that on Boxing Day, there was really like nothing to do. Everything was closed. Whereas I was actually here last year on Boxing Day and did this video, and a lot has changed. It's basically become like the Black Friday of the UK. So lots of shopping, lots of deals, lots of after Christmas sales. Now the other thing is that even though like there's shopping places and stuff to go, the one thing that is closed is grocery stores. So Waitrose, Whole Foods, Marks and Spencer, basically all of them are gonna be closed. So I kind of want to go over to Primark just to see, especially before like the rush hits, because last year it was so many people all over the place. And then I think after that we'll come back, relax, take a nap, and then we're gonna be getting ready to do dinner because also my godparents are in town. So I kind of just want like a chill day, especially because I just got back from Paris, had one day off to have Christmas Eve with my mom, and then basically was right back out again. So I'm definitely exhausted, and jet lag is gonna catch up. But for now, I'm gonna get dressed and bundle up with some warm stuff because it is really cold outside, and we're just gonna hit the ground running. Also, I knew I felt something. Some of these flight attendants love leaving the windows open, but I am not one of them. Okay, so here is the fit check. Hopefully this will be warm enough. If not, I'll learn from my mistakes on the first go round, and then after we go back out the second time, I'll try to bundle up a little bit more. But I think this is good for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack a quick bag, and then I guess let's run out. So after I finally got myself together, I ended up walking over towards the tube station, but on the way I decided to stop at Pret and to grab a cappuccino, because not only was it super cold outside, but also I figured it would be the perfect pick-me-up while I waited on the tube to show up. I'm so embarrassed to say this, but I actually am very, very familiar with how to get to Primark and back. Like out of any route, like this is the one I know by heart. And as you can see, it is so empty. I was shocked at how many people were not out yet because it gets so busy later on, but I enjoyed every minute of it. I knew as soon as this happened that this was the right decision to go ahead and come out and go shopping because you get your first choice. Nothing's really picked over. So I secured the bag, and then I started heading back over towards the hotel on the tube station. But on the way, I decided to stop at Joe and the Juice because they were open, and I love this place. They have an amazing gluten-free sandwich, but I also just love the atmosphere. I think it's super cute. So I ended up taking my sandwich over to the park and just decided to have like a cute little romantic lunch with myself and just sit and watch the dogs play. I love their packaging, and then obviously the sandwich is so amazing. So I enjoyed that before going back to the hotel. I am looking rough now, but I would say that was an absolute success. That was definitely how we needed to do things, because almost every place was empty. Like the tube stations were empty. Then I got onto like the street, like the busy Oxford Street. empty, and then I went into Primark next to empty. I mean, there were people in there, but like, if you've been to Primark, basically anytime but opening time, you know how it is. But you know what was kind of weird? I don't know why this was the case, but there was a lot of jackets, and like Rita Ora has a collection with Primark right now, and there was a lot of things like that that would have a sale sign, but it would only have that little sale sign on the first 2 items, like out of the entire rack. So then it was a little bit confusing, because then it's like, if those first 2 items aren't your size and the rest of them aren't marked as a sale item, even though they are, if you go to the register and then it were to ring out and it doesn't say it's a sale, then that sucks. That was a little bit weird, but other than that, it was perfect. I got to do all my shopping away from mass majority of the people. I got first choice. Now you will notice a theme about me is that I am always funeral ready. I don't know, it's just who I am as a person. I will always gravitate towards black, especially when it comes to, well, basically anything, but especially when it comes to clothes. I did pick out a couple different items that were like, had like a muted color or like white or something, but they didn't make it to the checkout line. So the first thing I got was this cute little black tote. The next thing I got was an oversized t-shirt. It's just like a long sleeve black tee basic. I picked it up in a size large, which the sizing is a little bit different than the US. So in the US, I generally wear a small in everything, but in the UK, I tend to wear an extra small, because an extra small is like a 2 to 4. At Primark, they always have the sizing things on them right here, so you can see. So you always have to look at like USA sizing. But this was originally priced at £7 and I got it for 4. And then I got these cute sweatpants. I have been loving my black sweatpants with like my Doc Martens and a jacket. It's just such a good winter fit. These are £6 and they were originally 12. And then I picked up another pair of sweatpants. Now they only have these in a medium, so I'm hoping they're not gonna be like too big. I like my sweatpants big, so I usually size up 1. I don't know if this is gonna work or not work. So it kind of look like these, and then they have more of like a hefty, like a cargo pocket on them, and then again with like the cuffed bottom. And then these were originally £12 and I got them for 6. Last but not least, I thought this was super cute. It's a hooded scarf. So this is what part of the Rita Ora collection. She has a lot of good stuff. And this one kind of wears, can y'all see that? It like wears like this. I gotta trick my brain that it's nighttime. I'll probably set an alarm around like 4 o'clock or so and see if I get up before that or just at 4. And then I haven't heard back from my godparents yet, so I don't know exactly what the plan is, if there's a plan, but I guess we'll figure that out whenever I wake up, and I will see you guys in a few hours. Good morning, Tippy Tip. Good morning, good morning. So I did actually chat with my godmother before I ended up passing out, and she told me, she asked if I like Indian food, and I was like, love Indian food. Dishoom's is actually my favorite here, and Dishoom's is closed, but we are gonna be trying somewhere new. We're gonna do that at 6 o'clock, so right now it's 4:11, so I'm gonna clean myself up a bit. It's funny that when I woke up, like the sun is already starting to set. It sets so ridiculously early over here. You'll see that, like it's already over there setting. All right, so I am all ready, all nice and bundled up. I'm bringing my hat just in case, and I'm gonna give my new Primark bag her first spin around town. So I guess let's go ahead and head out of here. So we are back in the room. I picked up dessert on the way back. I don't know if these are any good, but I love chocolate and raspberry, and they said they're gluten-free. So I'm gonna give those a whirl. I stopped at Boots on the way over so that way I could get one of Chip's coworkers those Crunchies bars because she really likes those. Her and her husband used to live here, and she said like those are one of the things that she misses the most. And then I grabbed some of these. I also grabbed a coffee as well as a water. But dinner was so nice. It was so nice seeing them again. And then their two friends were wonderful. The restaurant was actually pretty good. I don't think it's better than Dishoom's. I mean, Dishoom's is like the best Indian food I've ever had. I mean, that's like next level Indian food. It is fabulous, but it still was really, really good Indian food. And then once I got back, besides the stuff I needed to get ready, I did try to like pack most of this stuff up so I have an idea, making sure like everything's gonna fit and try to like organize it. So that way tomorrow I won't have like so much of a headache and stress to figure that out. So showtime is going to be at 5:50 in the morning. So our wake up is probably gonna be like 4:20, 4:30. I'm gonna just plop you, maybe not, over here. Okay, just lean back the whole time. Oh, I wish this had like a reseal because like I don't think I'm gonna eat all of these. I wish you guys could smell them though. Let's try them out. Look at it, looks like just like a little fluff marshmallow. Y'all ever used to have like those marshmallow Santas? Like, it's like white marshmallow with a chocolate Santa coating. It tastes just like that. Try not to shake ya. I probably got like chocolate all up in my teeth now. But even though I had leftover water, I bought another water, which I'll drink both, but also because I still have another can of Celsius that I brought with me. That metal and some of the energy things and the protein things can set off the bomb thing. So it's better to like pour it into an empty water bottle instead of keeping it in the original can because I don't want no problems. I don't want no drama. I want to get through security as easy as possible because we've got crew security again, which crew security here is no joke. It's no joke. But you know what? You know what? My flight attendants out there, Paris was worse. Paris was worse because we don't have a crew line. Like they took it away. So you put your bags alongside everybody else's and I don't mind that. It's not like I think I'm above anybody. It's not like I'm like crew. But what they do is like you put your bags there at the same time other people are putting bags there and they're all mixing the bags together. And so literally like by the time that my laptop, oh, and everything has to go in one bin. If you have a scarf, its own bin. If you have a jacket, its own bin. Your shoes, its own bin. Your laptop, its own bin. So you end up with like 10 million bins that are yours and then they're intermingled with everybody else's stuff. So no joke, my MacBook was literally at the end of the thing and I hadn't even gone through the little scanner yet. So I'm like, anybody could have just taken my laptop and my stuff because it doesn't go in order. And then also the trays that you put your stuff in, some of them are coded and it's randomized. They'll pull obviously some if there is something going on, but they'll also randomize some of them. And then they don't go in order, or at least they didn't this time around. Whatever bag they deemed good, that's the one they took. So even when you're waiting like to get your bag, like extra screening, like it wasn't in order. So even if you were some of the first people, like some of our crew was, there were so many people that got to pass them and like we got stuck there for forever. I was like, I will never complain about like London crew security again because like London crew security is tough. I mean, it's a deterrent for why a lot of people don't like to fly London, to be honest. But I will say, at least based on that one experience, that was way worse than London security. Now, the last time I went to Paris, I don't remember it being so bad. So I don't know if it was just an off day or what, but oh my God, it was awful. Especially compared to Amsterdam because like y'all, in the last week and a half, I've been to Amsterdam, I've been to Paris, and I've been to London. So when me and Allie went to Amsterdam, their security was so easy. It was so good. Like the longest part was just like scanning your passport and stuff. But even still, it was like nice and organized. So even though like the wait was a little bit longer, like it's still, the process made sense. Like their security was just so much better. I'm gonna start like turning the lights off and kind of like laying down because I'm gonna try to trick my brain. I might even open the curtain a little bit just to let some of the darkness in because also I was positioned 6 on this one. So I was working business class on the Boeing 777-300, so the Big Daddy plane. So I don't get a choice of break on the way home because even position numbers get to choose their break on the way over and odd positions get to choose their breaks on the way going back. I don't really care about coming over because 9 times out of 10 I don't sleep anyways. But I usually like first break on the way back home because I don't sleep good on layovers, you guys, just to be honest with you. So I don't get to choose tomorrow. So I need to get some rest in. But that's also why I got a coffee as a backup to that Celsius, just in case I do get stuck on third break. It'll be game time. It'll be game time. But anyways, okay. Enough ranting, enough gibbering, all the things. I'm gonna hit the lights and I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning, you guys. I don't know if I'm just extra jet lagged or what, but I stayed up for a little bit last night until about 11, and then I finally, like, my body got tired and I went to sleep, and I stayed asleep. When I tell you guys, that does not happen. I definitely could have slept longer, could have kept going, but the sleep itself was really good. I might actually end up picking up another trip. They're offering 200% pay on the 31st and the 1st, which this trip actually got 200% pay, but only on one leg of the trip, because basically, like, the 200% was on 24th, 25th, 26th, 31st, 1st. But with the 200%, like, trips don't drop as frequently. Like, people actually want to work it. So I don't know if those are gonna drop or not drop, but I might take like a little peek. I might take a little peek and see if I want to do it. That would be a lot for me, because then after that I'd basically have to like catch up on content a lot. When you apply for this job, like, one of the things they ask you is, are you willing to work holidays and weekends? And trust me, you will be working holidays and weekends. Every now and again you get lucky, you get something off. I still tend to work a lot of holidays even if I can hold them off, just because, like, I know that a lot of people, especially those with kids, like, really value holidays, so I don't mind. Hopefully you guys all had a wonderful holiday, and hopefully y'all have a great new year. I don't know if this will be up before the new year after. Also, I took a look at the flight and it looks like we are gonna be completely full because I'm working business class. I have like these little sheets that you pick up that basically like have all the seats and stuff. So when people pre-order meals, you'll wanna write that in, and then when you do meal preferences, you like write them in. So I need to start filling that out. I might do it on the cruise shuttle on the way over. I don't know how good the writing's gonna be. So the galley will do a total of each one. There's normally like a beef, a chicken, like some kind of either pasta or vegetarian dish, as well as a seafood dish. So they'll do a tally, and then you and the other side, because it's a wide body, so there's 2 rows, so you'll divvy up the meals and stuff, so that way when you do preferences, each side has like the same number of meals. And then of course, if like, let's say by the end of it, you're like, oh, I need an extra chicken, I have no chicken, they might have a chicken on their side and you might have something, and y'all trade. So it's just a nice way to like kind of like even it out, so as many people as possible get their first choice or potentially second choice of meal. But I always tell people, if you are gonna sit up in business class, pre-order your food. Pre-order your food. That guarantees you are gonna get the meal that you wanna get, because they won't overstock a bunch of meals, because that's a waste of food. It's gonna have to be thrown away. So they try to be as not wasteful as possible. So the best way when you're sitting up there to guarantee you're gonna get your option is to pre-order your food. Just a little tip from your flight attendant friend. All right, so I am all ready to go. So I guess let's grab our bags, head downstairs, and head to the Heathrow Airport.